No, it's not a hypnosis video. Welcome to Shoe Dog Review. And yes, today we're going to look at the Nike Air Fear of God. That's the Nike Air Fear of God 1, not the SA. That'll be in next time. I can hear the director say, "Shut up, don't say that." Okay, I don't want to do an unboxing, that's already been done. I want this to be all about the shoes. They are masterpieces. So let's start with this one here. I think they're saying this is called Sail, the colourway. Where do you start? I mean, it's a masterpiece. I've already said that, but it's pure, it's clean. Fear of God and Nike collaboration, and this is a real collaboration in my opinion. Okay, you know, it's not a recolor, it's not like a remix of something. It is a collaboration, it's a new creation. It is the offspring of two creative forces put together. Now, you've got some juicy big chunks of leather, tumbled nubuck, whole piece there, whole piece on this side, one piece at the front, beautifully zigzagged together. The ultra simplicity and purity of it. You've even got x-ray here where you can see the interior going on, because they haven't backed it with anything to hide that. They've let the purity, soft suppleness of the leather remain. So they haven't sort of artificialized anything there. It's got rear entry, very clear, almost blind zip, almost. Zip tag, Fear of God on one side, Nike on the other. I'm talking this through all wrong, I know that, but I've got to just do it off script and just, you know, react with the shoe, because, you know, otherwise it just becomes too artificial itself. Now, you know, I could go through the story of how they, you know, in 2011 he, you know, was representing some sportsman and hoped to do a collaboration, and, you know, 7 years later he actually ended up doing one. But, you know, let's just look at the product. I mean, it's a design masterpiece. The purity, the simplicity of it. There's a lot of details here, a lot of attention to detail, and a lot of it is actually hidden inside. See the flight font used for the Fear of God signature on the interior here. That's heat sealed, or some people call it a micro mold onto microfiber there at the back. Perforated microfiber lining throughout. I mean, the luxury of this product is incredible. I've seen a lot of pictures and I wasn't really that moved. I thought it was just very, very simple and very plain. But when you get the shoe in your hands, you just fall in love with it. This is an icon shoe. It is. It's beautiful. I'm in love. I want a pair. There are going to be moments where I'm speechless too. I just love the seamlessness of it, you know, the arrogance actually, the purity. I mean, you know, as a designer myself, this kind of edge here, it's like, I was always taught not to do that. It's just wrong, you know, but it looks like vulcanized, you know, it's just a raw edge. But, you know, hey, that's the beauty of this era, you know, all the rules get broken. I love the way this is not even stitched down, it's just cemented, and then it becomes free, you know, and they haven't worried about reinforcing it with stitching there just in case. It's just relying on the bond, you know. This is really high end. It's amazing, you know. There's no compromises. Like this detail at the back, they needed the entry there, right? So they just broke that cage up. They didn't sort of like mess around and put it somewhere here, you know. They just cut it in half. Look at that, the tongue, even the tongue is tumbled nubuck. No compromise. It's just lush. That folded top line there, really pure, the geometry of the pattern. You know, as a design, I mean, I don't know whether people care about that or not, but as a designer myself, I really appreciate that. Toes 3M, laminated, really clean. These two, the way they butt up to each other, the recess built into the TPU so the rubber just sits on it. This is a TPU cage, rubber skin, clear, or some would call that crystal rubber window here showing through to the air inside. You've got an EVA runner. We'll look at the interior cushioning as well, the footbed stroke sole in a minute. But while we're on the outside, it's got a super fat, heavy weave lace, which I love. You get a spare one too, we'll look at that in a bit. And then you've got a sort of like Nike flow wire type detail here. And this breaks open into two positions. So you've got that extra tension across the sort of main part of the instep actually. So it's very minimal, but very effective sort of adjustment on the front here. Rear entry. Lovely, lovely sort of balance there where the logo here actually echoes that empty triangle. See that? You can always fill that in and it's the same, you know, sort of like logic to that shape. Beautiful. I mean, when I first looked at it, I wondered why they didn't have an eyelet here, but I can see why now. Actually, you don't need it because you've got that flywire inside. Really pure detailing on the back, Nike, Fear of God. Wow, it's ultra pure. I mean, it really is Fear of God. It really is Fear of God and Nike sort of combined. Fantastic. And the fact it's a functional basketball shoe and, you know, it's a fashion item. You know, you could wear that in the club, you could wear it on the street, you could wear it on the court. You know, it really does cross all functions, actually, you know, like Jordan's used to. And, you know, reading through a lot of the sort of write-up about this, that was one of the briefs, and that was one of the things that Jerry actually thought himself, you know, it was very important that this thing really, really functioned. Wow. Okay, so you can see through here the cushioning in that little window there. And you've got that swivel point, so it's really hyper functional actually. High grip. And you know, in terms of the sole, it's a skin with a EVA cushioning, probably Phylon, and then you've got some air cushioning. And if we open up and look inside, pull the footbed out. I'll show you the footbed first, and it gives you a clue. See how that's recessed? It's super thin here. And it's just, you know, fat and cushioned around the edge. And the reason for that is it's got a full air on the top of the midsole inside. So you actually get to feel that, you get that cushioning, that's just underneath the foot. So it's full length, it's amazing. I've taken some photographs and actually you'll see that a lot better in the photo. It's not so easy to do that with the camera. Especially when I haven't got an extra out. I've only got two hands. But, you know, I think you can see in there enough to see what we're talking about. So, that sole is quite light. But it's not super, super light. This thing actually, you know, I looked at the pictures and I thought it would be quite light. But then I picked it up and actually was surprised it's slightly heavier than I expected. But it's just about the right weight to justify being robust, you know, structured enough, you know, to actually function and survive as a, you know, street footwear and basketball footwear. You know, if it's too light, it would fall apart. If it's too heavy, it just wouldn't work. It's perfect. The balance is perfect. So let's go back and look at that interior branding detail. So you've got Air Fear of God script is the same as the flight script. And as I say, it's full lining, it's fully lined in perforated microfiber, so it's breathable, but it's really lush and, you know, really, really, really. I love this window, how this doesn't even try to follow the line of the sole. It just is. It's like a bit of technology, and there it is, and you can see it. It's, you know, very, really pure. I love that. And it sort of contradicts all the other lines. It's amazing, and it's just flush. I love that, how this is all flush. Beautiful. It's like, you know, not even stitched it or anything. It's just there. That's it. You know, it's like a hyperfused shoe, but it's just a fusion in terms of all the components. I did notice that the toe here is real classic sort of Fear of God. Look at that chiseled sort of shape there. Classic. And I love this step on the edge. I may have already mentioned that, but you know, when I was taught shoe and sole making, that would have been seen as a cop-out. I hadn't finished it. But on wood models, that always looks beautiful, but they will never let you, they always want you to radius it off. But here it is, raw, beautiful, absolutely stunning. I love that. Now, let's just have a look at the 3M. As you notice here, sorry, yeah, look, the front toe guard is 3M laminated, but we need to down the lights to appreciate that. So looking at the 3M, you can see the toe guard is 3M. I love that, it's beautiful. It's just that one detail, nowhere else. There, just that toe, and it's just flush laminated. Awesome, beautiful. Okay, so, and let's have a quick look with the UV light. Okay, it's not picking up anything really, it's just showing the cement. It slightly highlights the cage, air bubble around the edge, highlights the cushioning on the bottom. In terms of inside, it lights up the whole zoom air, full length zoom air, lights up. Now, I'm not very good at angling the camera. I'm good for this, am I? There you go, you can see that. Okay, but very straightforward, very pure. Just showing up the cement in the eyelets. Okay, I mean, this one, it's all leather, all tumbled, front and back, whole thing. And I gotta say, I mean, you know, I think this is the must-have shoe of the year, in my opinion. You know, in my opinion, this is the must-have shoe. I'm gonna have to get at least 2 pairs of these. They're fantastic, really stunning, pure, and I can see a lot of colourway variation potential with this as well. You know, imagine it in all black tumbled leather, all white tumbled leather, you know, all mesh, like all like knitted. It just goes, and it's just so pure. You know, that's good design. When you've got like a foundation vehicle that will actually take lots of different materials, that is, you know, when you've got a successful design. And I'm looking at one right now. This is just amazing. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the black. Now, flipping over to the black, what you can see is that the main body is a mesh, so this is much more breathable. So if you're going to be doing a lot of running around, you know, robbing banks or whatever, this is the best one to have, because you won't be breaking into a sweat so much. I mean, you know, the all leather's beautiful, classic, you know. I'm not knocking that at all. I love that one, but I'm just saying, if you want something more breathable, then the black is that, because you've got a perforated lining, microfiber again, same as the sail colourway or bone colourway, whatever that is, and you know, you've got that mesh exterior. Sole exactly the same, cage exactly the same. Notably that the cage is only one colour on that colourway, whereas it's 2 colour on that. I can't make my mind if that is like a dark navy or black. Could be the lighting. Something of a navy tone to it. Could be wrong. And I do see, look, the sole is slightly different colour. See that? The same beautiful tumbled nubuck at the front, tumbled nubuck tongue on the outside. So as I say, you've got that microfiber, perforated microfiber, all the way through the lining. Total luxury. That heavyweight lace. Signature flight. The Fear of God written in the flight font. The micro mould there onto microfiber. So you've got Fear of God at the back. Detailing there. Same right up on the footbed, I think. 06, 10, 24, 25. Right, now let's do a Reebok thing. So it comes in a beautiful orange box, slightly whited out orange box, very subtle colour. I'm not sure the storyline for that. I haven't done enough homework. Forgive me, people. Okay, but it comes with that. Okay, and it's a foil pack, and inside that you've got like a whole bunch of toggles. Now this one was with the bone colorway, So you get two different laces, different colours. One matches the midsole, which is or let's say the sole skin, and that is more like a bone colourway. And then you've got the sail or dark ecru. So you've got those two colours, and I mean, this is the attention to detail that is fear of God. Okay, and I'll probably have to go backwards and go back over a few details I've probably skipped over, but you see you get bone, and you get sail, and you get clear toggles for your laces. Right, how about that for coordination, attention to detail? Okay, beautiful. And on the end it also says air fear of God. And this is a beautiful silver space age bag. And then you've got this hang tag, air fear of God, with a Nike swoosh on the other side. Beautiful, with winter 18 on the one side and SN 8329166 on the other side. Somebody will know what that means. I should know what that means, but I'm more interested in the shoe. I'm not a train spotter. Sorry. Excellent. And so you get your extra laces. Black comes with extra laces. And the shoe itself comes inside a silver bag. And I guess this is like, you know, after you've run a marathon, they wrap you in that silver foil so you don't sort of like get hypothermia or whatever it is, you know. Or what this skin space craft in to reflect solar rays off, you know. And yeah, there was an era in the 80s and that where everything was really sort of shiny and silvery. I do remember that era with Nike actually, being that I'm quite old. So that's beautiful, beautiful. I'm not going to do this properly, you know, but so you put that in there. Okay, so that all comes in that box. The box itself is beautiful square shape, and look, it's got a nice glossy print fear of God on the top there. Can you just see that? Oh, and a nice glossy, transparent glossy print swoosh. Come around here, you've got the label. This one hasn't got the price on the side. I did see online it's quite a lot. Okay, light bone black. Okay, so light bone and black. Yeah, I guess that's this colourway. All the other details there, as you can see. Oh, it's not a perfect square, as I've just noticed. Almost looks like a perfect square, but it's not quite. And there it is. Absolute masterpiece. I would love that for a Christmas present. That'll make a lot of people's Christmas. And it comes out just in time. If you've got a bot, yeah, you don't need any sleep. So there it is, the Nike Air Fear of God Reboxing. The first ever reboxing. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'm sure I've missed a few things. I'll probably edit those in after this, including the 3M, which I realise I've forgotten to do. Okay, but forgive me. I'll drop that in after we can. Anyway, so thanks for following me. And I will do some photos. I have already taken a lot actually, and I'll put those up as well. And then I look forward to doing some comparisons where people start trying to replicate this. Cheers, guys. See you next time. And as if that isn't enough, just for the final pièce de résistance, or whatever you want to say, you know, Jerry Lorenzo's attention to detail extends into this amazing bag. Canvas inner, see-through gauze outer, with Air Fear of God and Nike swoosh, which is actually a really, really good, functional, useful bag. Yeah, massive, great thing that I can see people using every day, going on holiday and shit like that. We all have a free bag, don't we? I mean, this is just great. I can hear them saying, no, we can't do that because then they won't buy our bags. And it's like, look, dude, you know, you either do it this way or you don't. I tell you what, I really do admire this collaboration because, you know, it's like, he's done everything that we always want to do as designers and we're told we can't, kind of thing, you know. Amazing, really impressed. I'm sure you will be too. This is fantastic. Wow, a perfect Christmas present for any guy or lady. What's the size one on this? Does it include women's? I don't know. I should check. I haven't done my homework, have I? But I love the shoes, and you know what? I have done my homework in terms of the shoe online. It's just I don't care about all the other stuff. That doesn't really matter. What matters is this product, and the product is amazing. I hope you enjoyed it, and look out for the photograph comparison and all the other stuff. Thanks for following me, guys. Cheers. See you next time.